possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling outcome.
Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway.
Now inside the 25.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown.
Khalil Shakir,
87 yards.
and the Bills strike quickly here to tie up the ball game. Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they take the lead here at 7-6.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
First down, Prescott.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
It's caught inside the 25. A big play here for Dallas. 67 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Prescott. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. So first and 10 now from the 30. So after the INT, it's Allen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for the brother of Dalvin. It's James Cook.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That second down play nets a -4. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
In motion left is Davis.
Now this is intercepted. He was trying to get it to Davis.
And the Cowboys are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10.
Pollard will take it up the gut.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line.
Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Tony Pollard out of the backfield, the intended target. And it's 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Now Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 39. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. second and long. Prescott, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, and a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On third down, it's Pollard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
Fourth down, Prescott. And it's knocked away and incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Got a man. That's Trent Sherfield. And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Trent Sherfield, 49 yards. And the Bills are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on fourth down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something? Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Off to the races. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly knew their challenge as this series began, and they got to stop on play number 1. Goal now, get 2 more stops and limit the damage to a field goal.
Allen off the play fake. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Throwing is Allen on third. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
A 43-yard attempt.
The kick by Bass is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And Prescott, his 3rd interception. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. To throw, it's Allen.
He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs.
And the Bills are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Cook will get down close to the goal line, but not in, as he'll be marked down at the 1.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Cook will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Sometimes offense can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And the lead is up to 18 now. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Second half begins with a run by Pollard.
And he'll be taken down, losing yardage back at the 9-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
They go back to Pollard on 2nd down.
Brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Pollard again. Taking it right down Broadway. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
75 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Might help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
Dak and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it. Now Prescott on 4th down. Flush to his right. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
They had the big halftime lead. Their defense just helped them out further by forcing the turnover, so things are starting to look pretty rosy.
They certainly are.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked off by Malik Hooker. And what a return as as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. Clock showing 90 seconds to go in the third. Following the interception, here's Prescott. And it's incomplete.
I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into bigger points. Their thinking is a touchdown is really what they should get from starting here. Getting 3 points at the end of this drive, that would feel disappointing.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott off play action. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. And the Bills are going to get it back here just past the 35. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Let's go, let's go. It's on.
So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. And his throw is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
To the air, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides, look at him go.
And all the way home for a Bills touchdown. Dalton Kincaid, 64 yards.
And the Bills are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by Bass, up and good.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter.
You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
You always think about picking up the first down, but in this case, they were thinking about something bigger. They were thinking about the home run shot and took it downfield. Unable to connect, but admire the effort.
And from their own end zone, it's a fake. Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball in a comfortable fourth quarter. He's got a man, complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
This is going to be returned from the middle.
There he goes, right side. Running room at the 50. Look out. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jordan Poyer.
And the Bills will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
This has really just been a lopsided affair. What a performance they put on, and now they get the football back here with a big...
And now off to the races, down the right side.
Look at the big man rumble. Inside the 10.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
This taken in at the goal line.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation.
Brandon Cooks.
He may go. Brandon Cooks.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about here, but it may be cliche, but give them credit for this. They've continued to fight and scratch and claw, and they get the touchdown here in the fourth quarter.
And I'm okay with that cliche, all right? Maybe it'll alleviate the sting a little bit, because at least they can look in the mirror and realize they fought all the way through. Horrible game for them, not one they'll want to remember. At least they'll keep their heads up and have some pride when they leave the stadium.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
It's a gain of 35. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. So Allen's going to look to throw. That is caught. Kincaid with it. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Last play went for over 30 yards. This one not quite as big, but still over 20.
1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
They'll look to throw. And he fends him off.
I know we could sit up here and dance around it a little bit, but going for 2 in this situation, somebody doesn't like someone else. There's no doubt in my mind.
Well, what they couldn't see is you lean back in your chair and you went, yeah, that's not a good decision. They didn't get it, though.
Yeah, I don't think you can just say, well, my kicker's hurting this spot. No, okay.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, that's one of the drawbacks of running the RPO. If those linemen go into run block mode, you can't throw it if they're more than a yard downfield.
Out of the gun, a give to Pollard.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. One last shot now for Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo